Hello, you beautiful and extraordinary human being. I'm Am Lee, your everyday light worker, and this is the introduction to my course, Professionalism 101. So, and what is a professional? Let's start off with that. What am I trying to teach you here? I'm trying to teach you the major components of what it means to be a professional and exhibit professional behavior. What are my qualifications to even teach you this? Well, I was a lawyer still am, for 30 years in the area of equal employment opportunity law. So I began my career and my profession many years ago in the 1990s as a civil rights investigator for the city of Alexandria. And that was a really interesting job because it allowed me to see how organizations all over that city worked and to see if they were working well. And I learned from that job that some organizations are sleek and beautiful and like a celebrity. Everything is on point and their organization is a well-oiled machine. But I also learned at that job that some organizations are just filthy, nasty, stank, disgusting, and have disgusting habits, and it's not a place that you would ever want to work. So I was lucky enough very early on in my career to get the bird's eye view of employment and employers, and lucky enough to learn that some organizations you just do not want to be associated with. You should get out of those organizations as soon as possible. Other organizations are great and wonderful places to work, and if you work there, you would be happy. So organizations are like families or like people. There's just as much diversity amongst different organizations as there is amongst people, and you have to find the one that's a good fit for you. But a professional is usually the technical definition of a professional is someone who has some kind of professional training that they had to go to school for, like a doctor or a lawyer. Those schools are called professional schools. So when I was in law school, there was a lot of discussion of how do you present yourself in this profession. I took that education and I expanded on it within myself when I began my career to say to myself, yes, they've given my school, gave me all of this information about how to be in the legal profession, but I want to add my own style to it. How do I want to present as a lawyer? So even if you've been already trained as to how you want to present as a professional, you still have some consideration about how you want to individualize your profession to you. So in this class, we're going to discuss that in different modules. The first module is professional appearance, and that goes into how you dress, how you eat, how you care for your physical health, and how you care for your psychological health as a professional. That's the first module. Second module goes into some really nitty-gritty perspectives on the professional requirements: time and attendance, organizational skills, strategy and planning, and being a team player. These are some nitty gritty details of what is required of a professional in most professional environments. So the first is how you look, how you present, and how you go about always being able to do that at your best. And the second is honing in on those skills that are going to make you appear to be professional. A lot of people aren't professional. I mean, they may work at an organization, they may have a title, doesn't mean they're professional. Knowledge base as a professional. So that's the third section that we're going to go into in this course. What is your knowledge base? How do you keep it up with certain literacy skills? And then how do you keep that knowledge base expanding with curiosity, problem solving, and continuous learning? Finally, the self-aware professional. How do you present being aware of how you're being received? So, what are your professional ethics? What do you do when you make a mistake? how do you continue with your professional development, and how marketable are your skills, and how adaptable are you to changes. Those are, things that are very, very important in any job, in any organization that you're going to find yourself in. You need to be on point with those things. Finally, the well-connected professional. So that's about networking. How do you professionally network? What are some of the shortcuts and the cheat codes with regard to that? And how can you do it without it feeling like networking? That's some of the stuff that we will be talking. All of these things are topics that we're going to cover in Professionalism 101. Finally, I know I said finally before, but there's one more sector: perfecting your professionalism. How do you become that professional that people want to come to, want to interact with, always come to seeking answers? I was very, very good at what I did when I was in an organization, and that means that you're going to be in high demand. I started my own firm, Alchemy Enterprises, which I still have, where I was taking on clients and working cases. And I would have to turn away clients because my reputation grew, that I was very, very good at what I did, which is equal employment opportunity law. Now, when you, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're doing, the fundamental core sectors are always the same with regards to how you present and what's going to make you very good at what you do, whatever you do. So, regardless of what you do, you don't have to be a lawyer. I also was a teacher. I taught at Northern Virginia Community College for 10 years, English. I was very good at that as well because I had honed my professional skills at the organizations where I worked, and continued to do that when I became a professor at Northern Virginia Community College. So don't think that being a professional is only for certain professions. It's for anyone who wants to excel at work. And even if you're a business owner, if you're selling a product, these are things, a lot of these qualities are things that you're going to want to know and understand, because you need to be professional in whatever you're doing in the world of work and commerce. Okay, so let's get to it.